When the CQC update was launched back in 2015, this was the ship I was excited about. The Federal Assault Ship features the same utilitarian Federal design as the dropship, but with much greater combat performance. Some people like the Imperial aesthetic. I prefer the functional look. Federal ships could have been lifted right from the Expanse. Imperial ships look like if Apple decided to make planes. With engineering, this ship can boost up beyond 550 meters a second. It has a smaller cargo capacity for limpets or meta-alloys than something like the Chieftain, but it is incredibly well protected, with over 3,000 points of hull protection possible, even when outfitted with a limpet controller and 3 Guardian module reinforcements. Not to mention it has great visibility from the cockpit. The Federal Assault Ship has 4 hardpoints, all capable of mounting Gauss or Flak. 3 on the underside provide great convergence for your Gauss cannons, and the 4th mounted on top is perfect for Flak. The Federal Assault Ship's vertical and lateral thrusters are a little weak, and both drift and speed stalling are potentially an issue in AX combat. But there is a reason this is a 70-point ship on the Vanguard score system, and has been used by many commanders for their AX kills. As with all my previous reviews, we will be testing against each interceptor type, including multi-Goid situations. And we begin with a Cyclops and Basilisk together. The FAS has excellent rotational speed, and so keeping your aim on target even when passing at high speed is very easy. I found that even against the Basilisk I could swing the ship around and keep the aim on the heart even during the Basilisk's high speed maneuvers.
Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed.
One area not so great is the FAS reverse key speed. Ships decelerate to their max non-boost speed during reverse key, and at 340 meters per second, the FAS has to reposition often when engaging the swarm. The FAS has a good power distributor and enough DPS to comfortably land enough damage against all interceptor variants, so against the Basilisk and Cyclops, the FAS performs well.
Heatsink deployed. Under attack. Heatsink deployed.
There are speed stalls when changing orbit vector sometimes, but against the weaker interceptors, catching a little fire in these moments is no big issue.
Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed.
Next we face off against the Medusa. Well, 2 of them to be precise. Here we will see if the speed stalls become any more of an issue when the incoming fire delivers more damage.
Heatsink deployed.
Due to its excellent aiming mobility,
Heatsink
the
deployed.
Federal assault ship performs incredibly well during boost orbits, far easier than most other ships to keep steady aim while boosting.
Heatsink deployed. Under attack. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed.
After the first attacking run, damage was not very significant, certainly something a single Olympic could assist with. Does the FAS have the agility to engage two lightning-capable targets at once though, when they require the time on target a Medusa heart does?
Weapons rearmed. Heatsink deployed. Weapons rearmed. Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Under attack. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Silent running.
Throughout this fight, I would just tandem hop between the two, eliminating the swarm of the other while shield was wearing down. On this build there is no room for a thermal vent beam,
Heatsink
though you could include one and still retain two Gauss cannons.
taking damage. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed. Silent running. Weapons rearmed.
At several points in the fight, one of the Medusa enraged, but the FAS was more than capable of avoiding the swarm and continuing to attack.
Heatsink deployed. Under attack. Heatsink.
All in all, the FAS handled two Medusa well. The fight was comfortable throughout, and concerns about the thrusters seemed largely without consequence.
Silent running. Target destroyed. Heatsink deployed. Target destroyed.
The FS still needed to face a Hydra. The FAS has been used many times by excellent commanders to take out Hydra, including a double Hydra by Commander Muku. So we know this ship is capable, but let's see how it performs.
Heatsink deployed. Heatsink deployed.
I suffered a little fire group confusion on the first heart. I'm so used to having 5 fire groups that switching to all 3 Gauss on 3 fire groups cost me a few valuable seconds.
Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed.
The FAS can settle into a comfortable orbit against the Hydra, and the easy rotation makes aiming a breeze, but here the speed stalls do add up a lot if you are not careful. Costly damage can add up quickly even with the excellent hull protection the FAS offers.
Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Silent running. Heat sink deployed.
As the hearts went by, I was accumulating damage and had to re-exert on a few hearts, meaning an enrage and an additional swarm.
Heat sink deployed. Under attack. Taking damage. Heat sink deployed. 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 Program. Heat sink deployed. Hull integrity compromised. Under attack. Taking damage. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed.
As the later hearts drew in, I was caught by lightning.
Heat sink.
I knew the heart was only a shot or two from being destroyed, and tried to hang on to the attacking run too long.
Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed. Canopy integrity at 50%. Under attack. Heat sink deployed.
As a result, I lost my canopy and a significant amount of hull. With repair limpets, this can be recovered from, but fighting without a canopy is always going to be less fun.
Heat sink deployed. Heat sink deployed.
At this late stage of a Hydra fight, boost orbiting becomes a usable tactic, and the FAS' outstanding performance while boosting did not let me down.
Heat sink deployed.
final heart fell and all that was left was just to finish it off. It was a tougher fight than I had anticipated, but the FAS is a very capable and extremely fun ship to fly. I will certainly be using it again for more fights in future. The vertical and lateral thrust weakness only really becomes an issue against the Hydra and can be offset against the boost orbit performance on later hearts. The ease at which you can swing this ship around and its relatively high DPS, along with its very high protection, make it an excellent AX combat vessel. One that I would highly recommend.